Well, we're going to start putting out some green hay for the babies. We weren't going to do this quite yet, but we've talked about a couple of videos where our summer grass is pretty much browned off. You see a little bit of ryegrass popping up, but until that ryegrass comes up nice and, you know, several inches high, I'm going to go ahead and keep supplementing their roughage with green alfalfa. You know, excuse me here. Once the cows see me throwing it over, we'll start walking over. And then I'm going to put 1 flake for every cow. So that will be 11 over on this side. You have to make sure you spread this hay out. If you don't, one alpha, like a Maryland or a Wayland or a Santana, maybe even a Pearl, will take over the entire, they'll take over as many as they can control. So you have to always spread your hay out when you throw it over. And then we don't mind feeding hay on the ground. I know you've heard me go back and forth about what we will and what we will not feed on the ground. But anything they can pick up with their lips easily without inhaling a whole bunch of dust and dirt can go on the grass like that. And the things that they have a hard time picking up, like, you know, smaller grains and things you would not want to feed on the ground. I know a lot of people will put cubes on the ground. I don't think cubes is as big of a deal because they're pretty big in size. But guys, there's plenty of hay. You don't got to fight over them. There's a lot. So what I'm going to do is have the cows get used to coming over here. When I first get here, I'll bring a roll every day. And then I'll get them used to coming over here to eat. And that way, while they're over here eating, I'll be able to sneak over and do the grains. Get my bottles made, maybe. I want you to notice how I spread everything out. You have to do it that way so they don't fight. They're still going to push and shove a little bit. Alright, everybody has a flake of hay. Those two are going to share one. And we're looking good. Baby, there's plenty of hay. You don't got to walk around being mean to people. Look, she's going to walk around trying to run everyone else off of their hay just because she can. There's an entire flake sitting right there. She's going to challenge Wayland. And if he doesn't yield, she'll go challenge somebody else. But you should notice, and I always say this, but you always want to put, that was cute. You always want to put one extra out. So no one ever feels that they don't have one. They'll have to look around for it. But there's our extra way over here. There's one for everybody. Waylon is not wanting the calves to have their babas. He's like, you girls are getting too big for that. Move, Waylon, just get out of the way. They're still my babies. Come on, sweet Danny. Here you go, baby. Find it, Danny. Danny, do your job. Danny. Danny, you're spilling milk. Danny's making my life very difficult. For you guys who've been worried about Danny and Ruby, they're fine. We had a little tummy issue one day, but that was a one-day thing. They passed that along. They're doing great now. They're eating good. And don't forget, they're eating everything. They're grazing on the grass. They're eating, foraging on hay and other stuff. And they're eating their grains. And they're still getting 1 bottle a day. I did cut back on the amount of formula I put in the bottles. I think that maybe there's too much formula with all that they're eating. Then look who's really growing up. That's Trinity, and she's already walking around eating grains. Isn't that impressive? I love her. The last thing I want to do while we're here is I want to drop off a couple of things that we were gifted that belong here with this camper. Ah! So I love this. It ain't gonna stay up because my keys are in there. There's little magnets that hold it. Look there. This here slides out. This was the #1 reason why we chose this RV. We didn't really care to have the RV this long, but we did want to have this bottom storage. And so we were gifted some things. We have our chairs that go right there, and a sweet lady gifted us a little table to go with it. Look, we got this. I'm going to put it inside the RV. I don't know where yet. Jamie will have to help me with that. But I want to get it out of my truck and set it there for now. And after I unload these last few things, we shall be getting out of here. This is what that lady sent. It was a coffee table to go with our little chairs. We also got lots of security cameras. We have a couple set up now, but we have 4 more that we will install. We got a little space heater. You know how Jamie worries about running out the propane. And then the last thing that I want to unload, we got some TV trays for when we're eating in the inside. We don't have anywhere to put our food either. And then we got some locks. These here are locks so that no one can come by and steal your RV when you're not here. So that's neat. All right, you guys good? I love you. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay? You did a good job today, sweetie. Bye, friends. Y'all be safe. Stay close to each other. Bye, sweetie. All right, I want to stop and have a peek at this car. I mean, it is sitting in my driveway. And I just want to make sure there's nobody inside of it passed out or dead. No one's banging on the trunk. I'm being very cautious. All right, there's no one inside of the vehicle. There's clothes. They've been taking some clothes to get cleaned. Maybe the washateria. I'm guessing they had car trouble. Camry. Pretty car. But all right, I'm guessing everything's okay here. It is kind of suspicious though. You pull into your driveway and they're sitting a car.
let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.